Well, folks, this apple has rolled and rolled and rolled very, very far from the tree. You know the old age saying, the apple doesn't roll far from the tree. You're a lot like your dad. Well, boy, oh boy, is little Stein not at all like Big Stein, folks. Major trouble in New York for years and years to come, as I have been warning. I feel like I've been warning of the oncoming apocalypse for years now. And now, finally, I could say, I really feel like I have an army behind me, thanks to many of you who really recognize you've been right. You have been right. Enough is enough. Guys, if you don't know the news yet, buckle your seatbelts. It's basically what we all knew, but it's one of those things where it's like, we know it's going to happen, but when you hear it and see it, it's so much more worse than you anticipated. Because it's like you're living in a never-ending circus. It's like, put me in the insane asylum. Is it me? They make you start questioning yourself. Who's the one really wrong here? Is it us or is it them? Hal Steinbrenner got the nerve, I would say balls, but he doesn't have them. He has the nerve to come out and say, Aaron Boone is not a decent manager. He is a very good manager, and we expect him back. We don't expect no changes there. We expect Boone back. Well, Hal, I gotta ask you. I already know the answer, but what the fuck are you watching? What games do you watch? This is the same guy, but guys, everything is happening to prove what I've been telling you all. And I am not going to go around and go, Pete was right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Who gives a shit? The fact of the matter is we are all Yankee fans and we're being duped all the time. And so many are still falling for it and falling for it and falling for it. And thankfully, the message is starting to resonate. And people who have had their back no matter what, the ultimate optimist folks, are now coming around and saying, enough! This is madness! Enough! This is insane! Stop the madness, please! What are we doing? Guys, Aaron Boone was bullied by an ump. He's a 40-something-year-old man. I have never heard a major league manager say, I got bullied. I have never seen a major league manager whose players constantly don't know what the hell he's talking about. The man threw his best player in the postseason, Harrison Bader, under the bus because he had no idea he was leading off because this great manager, Aaron Boone, didn't think it was a good idea to sit down and tell him. He didn't think it was a good idea to say, Harrison, come in my office. Hey, we've struggled a ton offensively. You've been hot. I'm going to have you lead off the next game. Prepare your mind for it. Get ready. We expect a good couple of performances from you. He didn't expect. Everybody got a lineup card. He must have not have looked at it. What? This is the same guy that the most freshest games in your memory are all there. Took out his ace, Garrett Cole, after about 95 pitches with bases loaded to lose your season and say, you know what? We'll go to somebody else, bring you in. This is a moron. This guy is an idiot. And I don't care if people want to say, well, Pete, it's not just Boone. All of them then. But George, oh my God. I said, George, Lord, forgive me, George. I'm sorry. No one should ever get that confused. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what right now. I don't want to hear about 27 titles. You know why I'm wearing all black? Today, I'm attending a funeral. That's my new thought process. I am attending a funeral. The Yankees I loved are dead. It's that simple. It's that simple. I am now watching a franchise who I'm always going to love because they look the same. They look the same. Play at a familiar place. They do all that stuff. But they're not the same team no more. So, the Yankees, in my opinion, have no world titles. I'm going to sit back and allow this nonsense to eventually, which it will, eventually blow up in their faces. And as I've predicted for years now, you'll see books, all the bullshit confirming everything I've been telling you since Aaron Boone took over as manager and Brian Cashman got the helm to run around the playground like a 4-year-old to do whatever the fuck he wants with no supervision whatsoever. So that's the way I'm going to look at this now. I am attending a funeral today for the end of the Yankees as I knew them to some new, not recognized, ballless team, which they are. Guys, there's even a report. You ready for this one from Andy Martino? Not a fan of, but let's just play along and say it's right because, hell, this team's out there showing 04 videos and go, pump up, boys! Get David Ortiz in it. Well, I think you got to play a little better. Big Papi, everybody! We'll win today, Big Papi! So I am moving forward with the thought process that this is no longer the same club that I've loved my entire life. They're like a doppelganger, but the very bad version of them. And I'll sit around, I'll wait, I'll enjoy it. I'll continue to do what I've done and have many people loving NyynewsTV and call out the bullshit because I can handle it. I think my heart's strong. I think my health is pretty good. I'll handle it. I'll keep going at them. But now it feels like, finally, I have a little bit of reinforcements on the way. Even if they're content creators I'm not so fond of, doesn't matter. Everybody's message must be the same going forward. It's that simple. It is that simple. My man didn't even say, we're going to think about everything here. My man flat out said, fuck you guys. You know how much money we made this year? Aaron Boone's the manager. Guy's great. What do you guys want? You want me to make a change? What's change? Leave that up to my father. Oh, he's dead. That's what's going on here, folks. And for you, Steinbrenner, to even consider yourself anything close to what your father was, how dare you, man? How dare you? How dare you? But you know what? It kind of makes me proud in a sense. Because I know money don't mean shit. Money don't mean shit. Your standard of who you think you are means jack shit. Because you couldn't hold my jockstrap for being a fucking man. I tell you that right now. The way you react, the person you show, I don't know who you are behind closed doors, but the person you show knowing that you are the boss, that people will love you if you just for a second cared. If you just for a second said, what's my role? You're the owner, you're the boss, you do whatever you want. I'm the boss. Man, fans seem pretty upset, right? They're very upset. They're very upset, Hal. They're very upset. Get me on the phone with Cash and Boone. You're fired. Have a press conference. Things have not gone the way we want. Not to my expectations. But what does he do? He just keeps saying, this is the expectation. I'm a slimy, greasy fuck, is what he tells you. This is the expectation. I'm not my dad, and I don't want to be anything like him. He cared about you, the fan. I don't. Understand it. His Yankees are dead. That glorified, chest up proud, we're the Yankees is gone. It's dead, folks. It is dead. There's nothing to fear. Hal is here. It's gone. There's even a report, let me get back to this, by Andy Martino. Real or not, it doesn't matter. That there's Yankee players contacting agents, their agents saying, man, it was just such a bad environment playing at Yankee Stadium. Oh, those damn fans booed us. Release them. Trade them. Whoever said it, get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here. You know that fan that you hate? Bingo. I'm him. They're them. Do I think you should boo everybody you want? As long as you pay that ticket, do what you like. Are the fans sick and tired of your team's shit? Yes, they are. I have the pulse of the Yankee fan. Yes, they are. They are fed up with your shit. And the great thing is, that shows what a prick you are. It's not hard to reach the fans. It is not hard to monitor how the fans feel about the job you're doing. And the craziest thing about all of it, the craziest thing, is that it is not hard at all for you to fix it. You just don't care. You're not your dad. And that's okay. Can I say that too real quick? It's okay to not want to be like your father. It's okay. Because for Hal to be like his father, he'd have to have a set of brass balls. It's obvious he doesn't have that. Not everybody's going to come out like dad. Not everybody's going to come out like your father. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's a terrible thing. I just know who I am. And man, I tell you, if my father had a legacy, he passed away, it comes to me, man, I live up to it like no tomorrow. And it would hurt me and scratch at me and destroy me every single day when I know fans are fed up because I am not living up to what my father did for those fans. Whether there were good times and bad times, however you want to see it, you knew where the heart was. You knew what the goal was. Whether it failed or not, you knew what the goal was. This team has gathered the greatest group of ballless men. They're not women. They are ballless men. Okay? They are men. They got our chromosomes. They are just ballless. They will not raise the finger. They will not say we are wrong. They will not say we've done this wrong. So folks, like I told you before, I am wearing black today because I'm attending a funeral. This is it. The Yankees of past are dead. They're gone. I don't want to hear about 27-time World Series champions. Not under this leadership. Not under this current ownership. I don't want to hear it. They once again look at me, look at you, and they spit right in our faces. Spit right in our faces. And it's crazy to me because I tell you what, if I created a network just to bullshit and cover the Yankees a little bit and just be a fair-weathered fan, and I'm just going to go along with the message and try to make as many people happy as I can, I tell you what, I might be a little deterred. I might be even more so a little, maybe I won't cover them. But I tell you what, man, it feels good to be the owner of NyynewsTV. It feels good to be this boss. Because I tell you what, Yankees, oh, you continue to help me grow. You continue, good old Mr. Steinbrenner, good old Mr. Brian Cashman, good old Mr. Aaron Boone. You all continue to make me grow and my legacy grow. You know why? Fans are finally recognizing it. And I don't give a shit if I am the leader of the charge or just another pawn in the battle for getting the Yankees back to where they need to be about waking up a fan base. But I tell you what, I am more determined than ever to call out your bullshit. And I will. The great thing is we're growing. And that's not a good thing for the Yankees. We are growing. We're getting bigger. As you can look around you, the message is resonating because it's never been bullshit. It's always been real. It just takes some people a little longer to reach the conclusion that they so desperately want to run away from. Because they want to believe their Yankees are going to bring them excitement, joy, and legitimately want them to be happy. But that is not the case, folks. That is not the case. They didn't even take time to think about this. Hal just came out immediately. He's a great manager. I think he's a very good manager. And he's coming back. What the hell would you know, Yankee fans? What do you know about managers? So, folks, one of the big two's coming back. You know that means Cash is coming back. More than likely. Aaron Boone. Seems like, according to Hal Steinbrenner, unless there's some dramatic change, unless he can watch this video and magically grow a pair of nuts, Aaron Boone will be back managing the New York Yankees for yet another season. It'll be fun, folks. But again, this is just the start of a long off season. News is starting to come in. World Series about to be played. The Houston Astros are there. They're typically around that area, but, we should have been there in 2017. The roof was open. The roof was open. That's the new Yankees, folks. Excuses, excuses. The new Yankees are called the New York Pussy Wimps, and they have a 0 World Series titles. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think about Boone coming back? I mean, I don't even have to ask you. I think I have a good idea of what you're going to think. But be sure to let me know. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to NyynewsTV. We ain't going nowhere.